I'm going to explain about the quantum mechanical model of atom. Our point is why we study. So earlier we have seen the wave mechanical model, then particular matter I proposed by Einstein. Now this quantum mechanical model, it has very much advantage over those two models, and it was proposed by Irwin Irwin Schrödinger, and this quantum mechanical model is based on the concept that electron is a three-dimensional wave. Electron is a three-dimensional wave moving around the nucleus of an atom. Electron is a three-dimensional wave moving around the nucleus of an atom. And Erwin Schrödinger, he had taken both the concepts into consideration. That is the Planck's quantum theory as well as the Einstein's particular theory. And on the basis of both these, he had given a question, differential complex equation. Differential complex equation, let it be delta square psi upon delta x square plus delta square psi upon delta y square plus delta square psi upon delta z square plus 8 pi square m upon h square e minus v psi equal to 0. Once again I am repeating, delta square psi upon delta x square, delta square psi upon delta y square plus delta square psi upon delta z square plus 8 pi square m upon h square into e minus v psi equal to 0. Now x, y and z are the three space coordinates. Space coordinates you must be knowing, let it be like simple x, y and z. So these are the coordinates. Now this pi, pi, then m is the mass of electron, h Planck's constant. Now this delta, it is new quantity, we call delta. Delta is minor change, minor or minute change. Now E is total energy of an electron. V is potential energy of an electron. Again I am repeating, x, y, z, three space coordinates like this. M is the mass of electron, h is Planck's constant, delta minor change. Now E is the total energy of electron, V is the potential energy of electron. Now the new function which has been left, this is other mathematical function, it is called as psi. P is silent, we call psi, and psi denotes the amplitude. Psi denotes the amplitude of an electron around the nucleus. So psi has not any specific function. Psi has not any specific function except it indicates the amplitude. And the importance lies square in the psi square. When we square psi, psi gives the probability of electrons in an atom, or finding of electron, or you can say the electron density. Now on solving this equation, this is complex mathematical differential equation. So on keeping all the values, we get the value of psi. On keeping all the values, on solving the equation, we get the value of psi. And so from this equation we get the psi, and I have said psi has not any specific function. So on squaring we get the psi square. So psi square is the probability of finding electron around the nucleus of an atom. Now one point you must be not clear about this potential energy. Actually electrons, they rotate, just like the stars in the solar system. So they rotate like this. They follow the elliptical path to minimize energy, and so there you see this is the nucleus, and so electrons rotate like this, and this gives rise to psi square. So from psi square we have the concept of the orbitals. You must be knowing about the orbit in the class 9th. So orbit is against the modern concept of science, and then the concept of orbit is just for the beginning, and there is the concept of orbital. We'll see later on orbitals. So orbitals are three-dimensional. Orbitals are 3D, orbits are 2D. So orbit is just, this is an orbit. An orbital, it is completely 3D, like this. Complete, there is no empty space, complete 3D, just like a ball, just like a soccer ball. So just orbitals. So orbitals are different types. So this is first. Now second point is, it is simply a circular path. It is simply a circular path. It is 3D. It is 3D distribution. Now third is, it is of only one type, that is only circular. It is of 4 types. There are 4 types: S, P, D and F. Keep in mind that we always write this in small: S, P, D and F. These are the 4 orbitals. We'll see later on. So this is the difference. Now fourth point, that it is against all the modern concepts. All the modern concepts like the Broglie equation, Heisenberg uncertainty principle, this quantum mechanical model. So the concept of orbit is just against. I have explained in my previous video. Now this orbital, it is in accordance. It is in accordance with the modern concepts. So this is the difference between orbit and the orbital.